Saint Teresa of Avila is a fascinating figure whose life and works have left an indelible mark on history. She was a Spanish mystic and reformer, known for her deep spirituality and her efforts to reform the Carmelite Order. She's also a Doctor of the Church, a title given to saints recognized for their significant contributions to theology and doctrine. She died over 450 years ago, yet her teachings and writings continue to resonate with people around the world. But her life and legacy continue to inspire people today, drawing pilgrims and scholars alike to study her works and visit sites associated with her. This year, her body was exhumed as part of a scientific investigation aimed at understanding more about her life and the time she lived in. This was part of a scientific investigation which has provided new insights into the preservation of her remains and the historical context of her life. Her remains are said to be remarkably well preserved, sparking curiosity and admiration among scientists and the faithful. This has sparked debate and wonder as people from various fields discuss the implications of these findings. Saint Teresa is a significant figure for many groups, including those seeking spiritual guidance and those interested in historical and scientific research. She is the patron saint of chess players, a role that highlights her strategic mind and her ability to use everyday activities to teach deeper lessons. She is also the patron saint of lace makers, reflecting her appreciation for the artistry and patience required in this craft. This is because she used chess to teach her nuns about strategy, encouraging them to think ahead and plan their moves carefully. She also used lace making to teach them about patience and focus, virtues that were essential for their spiritual development. Saint Teresa's life and her well-preserved body offer a glimpse into the past, providing a tangible connection to a time of great religious and cultural change. They also raise questions about faith, science, and the nature of miracles, inviting us to reflect on the intersections of belief and knowledge in our own time. Teresa of Avila was born in Spain in 1515, in the town of Gotarrendura, near Avila. From a young age, she exhibited a deep sense of spirituality and a strong desire to connect with God. This was a time of great change and upheaval, both politically and religiously. The Protestant Reformation was sweeping across Europe, challenging the Catholic Church and its practices. In her early 20s, Teresa entered a Carmelite convent, seeking a life of devotion and spiritual growth. She hoped to find a community dedicated to prayer and the pursuit of holiness. However, she soon found the religious life of the time to be somewhat lacking. The convent was filled with distractions and a focus on social status rather than spiritual depth. She felt that the nuns were too focused on the outside world, engaging in worldly activities and neglecting their spiritual duties. Teresa believed that they should be focusing more on prayer and contemplation, seeking a deeper connection with God through silence and meditation. During her time in the convent, Teresa experienced mystical visions and revelations. These profound spiritual experiences gave her a new understanding of God's presence and love. These experiences deepened her faith and strengthened her resolve to live a life dedicated to God. Inspired by her visions, Teresa felt called to reform the Carmelite Order. She wanted to return it to its original charism of poverty, simplicity, and prayer. She envisioned a community where nuns lived a simple life, free from the distractions of the world, and focused solely on their spiritual journey. Teresa faced significant opposition from some members of the Church, who were resistant to change and skeptical of her visions. Despite the challenges, her reforms eventually took hold. She persevered, driven by her faith and her commitment to a life of prayer and action. Over the years, Teresa founded numerous convents throughout Spain, each one dedicated to her vision of a reformed Carmelite order. Her legacy continues to inspire those seeking a deeper spiritual life. Saint Teresa's life was not without controversy. Some people questioned her mystical experiences. They wondered if she was truly a saint, or if she was delusional. Despite the controversy, she continued to write about her spiritual insights. Her writings, including her autobiography and The Interior Castle, became classics of Christian mysticism. They are still read and studied today. Her works have had a profound impact on Catholic spirituality. They offer a rich and nuanced understanding of prayer, contemplation, and the nature of God. Saint Teresa died in 1582 at the age of 67. She was buried in the convent she founded in Alba de Tormes, Spain. Her tomb became a place of pilgrimage. people reported experiencing miracles and healings after visiting her grave. The first exhumation of her body took place in 1750. This was 168 years after her death. It is said that her body was found to be incorrupt. This means that it had not decayed in the normal way. This discovery fueled the belief in her sanctity. It also led to her canonization as a saint in 1622. Section 5. The Incorruptible Saint. The idea of incorruptibility, where a body resists decomposition after death, has long been associated with sainthood in the Catholic tradition. It's seen as a sign of divine favor and a testament to the person's holiness. In Saint Teresa's case, the reports of her incorruptibility began soon after her death. Her body was exhumed several times throughout the centuries. Each time there were claims that it remained remarkably preserved. These claims have made her a source of fascination for believers and skeptics alike. The recent exhumation, conducted with the permission of the Catholic Church, aimed to use modern scientific techniques to examine her remains and shed light on the phenomenon of incorruptibility. Section 6. The Science of Incorruption. While the Catholic Church recognizes incorruptibility as a potential miracle, the scientific community approaches such cases with a more critical eye. The phenomenon of incorruptibility has fascinated both religious and scientific communities for centuries. There are natural explanations for why a body might decompose more slowly. Scientists have identified several factors that can contribute to this phenomenon. These include factors like the environment in which the body was buried, such as extremely dry or cold conditions that can significantly slow down the decomposition process. The presence of certain bacteria, or the lack thereof, can also play a crucial role. Some bacteria can accelerate decomposition, while others can inhibit it, or even the embalming techniques used after death. Ancient methods of preservation, such as mummification and modern embalming practices, can both contribute to the preservation of a body. Scientists were given access to study the remains of Saint Teresa. This provided a unique opportunity to apply modern scientific techniques to historical cases of incorruptibility. They took samples of her bones, tissue, and clothing. These samples were meticulously collected to ensure the integrity of the study. Their goal was to analyze these samples. By examining the molecular and microbial composition, they hoped to uncover the secrets behind the preservation. They wanted to determine if there was a scientific explanation for their well-preserved state. This involved a detailed study process, including various tests and analyses. The results of these analyses are still pending. The scientific community eagerly awaits the findings, which could shed light on the mysteries of incorruptibility. But they could provide valuable insights into the processes of decomposition and preservation. Understanding these processes could have broader implications for fields such as forensic science, archaeology, and even medical research. Section 7. A Medical Marvel. Regardless of one's religious beliefs, the preservation of a body for over 4 centuries is an extraordinary phenomenon. It presents a unique opportunity to study human decomposition. It could also potentially advance our understanding of preservation techniques. The fact that Saint Teresa's remains have withstood the test of time is remarkable. It raises questions about the limits of our current scientific knowledge. Could there be factors at play that we don't yet understand? Could her incorruptibility be a result of a combination of environmental, biological, and perhaps even spiritual factors? These are the questions that scientists and theologians alike are grappling with. Section 8. Faith and Reason. The case of Saint Teresa of Avila highlights the intersection of faith and science. For many believers, her incorruptibility is a testament to her holiness and a confirmation of their faith. It's a tangible sign of God's presence in the world and a source of hope and inspiration. For scientists, the focus is on understanding the natural world through observation, experimentation, and analysis. They approach claims of miracles with healthy skepticism. They seek natural explanations for seemingly inexplicable phenomena. Section 9. A Sign of Hope. The ongoing investigations into the preservation of Saint Teresa's body provide a unique opportunity for dialogue between these two seemingly disparate perspectives. By approaching the issue with both faith and reason, we can learn from each other and deepen our understanding of the world around us. Regardless of the scientific findings, Saint Teresa's life and legacy continue to inspire people around the world. Her message of prayer, contemplation, and service to others transcends time and cultural boundaries. She remains a powerful symbol of faith, resilience, and the enduring power of the human spirit. Section 10. Conclusion. A legacy of holiness. The recent exhumation and examination of Saint Teresa of Avila's remains have reignited interest in her life and legacy. Her remarkable preservation, whether deemed a miracle or a scientific anomaly, serves as a testament to the enduring power of faith and the mysteries that continue to intrigue and inspire us. As we continue to explore the intersection of faith and science, we can learn from the past, embrace the present, and look to the future with a sense of wonder and possibility. Saint Teresa's story reminds us that even in death there is life, and that the search for truth, meaning, and understanding is a journey